We're up here at 7,500 feet in the backcountry outside of White Sulphur Springs, Montana. It is an absolutely beautiful July day, and we're very fortunate to be joined by about 20 guests from the media, content creators, outdoor industry insiders, and some subject matter experts who are all here talking about backcountry camping, hiking, the outdoors, and it's been a fabulous event so far.
So it's kind of nice just to get out and camp and be on a river, hang out by a campfire and meet people naturally, not just like, hi, my name is tags, you know, that sort of thing. So it's great.
What makes the Backcountry Summit so unique is that everybody here brings their own expertise and their own experiences to the rest of the group. And it's all really different.
If you are sleeping in your vehicles, windows up and doors locked. While it is rare, bears can and do break into vehicles. They're very smart and they can just pop that door open. I have a lot of actually food in my truck, so like I said, keeping your windows up and your doors locked is the best thing to keep them out of here.
So we have a lot of black bears in this area, so we're right near the big belts. We do have grizzly bears that come through. We actually reside where we're at. We're in between two different grizzly bear considered ecosystems. So we're right in between the North Continental Divide ecosystem, which ranges from Glacier kind of down just a little bit before Helena, and the Yellowstone ecosystem, which is Wyoming, a little bit of Idaho, a little bit of Montana. So we're right in between there.
It's great that there's a river going right past the campsite here. We're able to throw the pre-filter for the stream directly off the beach here, and we're just pumping water straight out of the river. It's really great for us to meet some more people in the hunting space, and regionally we have a few customers in Montana, but we know it's a great zone for where there's a lot of surface water resources that can be accessed with our equipment, and it's fun to meet the influencers who are producing some great content. We're really stoked to be invited on the first ones.
This is my first kind of backcountry media brand event, and I thought it would be a really great opportunity to educate some folks on bears and what we have going on here, and folks who are coming out from different states. So we have a lot of non-residents coming into this area, and so just being able to interact and just personally connect with everybody and seeing what everybody is doing. So working with brands and different media and being able to just talk to folks one-on-one and just really generate those relationships is really beneficial for us.
It's cool to get to know your plants because, if you know what the elk like to eat and you want to go out hunting and you want to hunt elk and okay, this time of year, the elk like to eat this kind of plant and you know what to look for. I mean, there's a million different reasons, or if there's a prevalence of a certain kind of plant that the bears like to eat, maybe you're going to have even extra caution in that area. So it's just it helps you learn a landscape. Oh, this is where I am. I'm in this sort of area.
So the truly phenomenal thing about events like this is that you get unplugged and you're out here in the middle of nowhere with fantastic people that are at the top of their game in their given sector. So you can meet with professionals that specialize in going out in the woods and living for 6 months. You can meet with people that are editors of magazines, owner of media companies, brands that come out here and donate their time and product.
I was just going to show you guys a couple different tarp setups. One, the really quick A-frame, but there's a few little tricks that make it useful. And then one that can be important in situations, which is like a mosquito-proof tarp setup. And I like taking a tarp because they're typically lightweight and more versatile. So even if you're out in a sunny day like this, you can hang it up and get some shade, or you can wrap your meat in it, or there's so many different random uses. Make a little kayak out in the bush when you're out there. So tarps are pretty handy, and it's kind of fun to know a few good setups. But included in knowing how to set up a tarp are also a few knots. And I don't want to overwhelm you guys with knots, but I'll try to show you a few, and maybe they'll be useful for you.
taught a tourniquet class and the proper use of a tourniquet, because when you're in the backcountry, when you're driving down the highway, you know, it doesn't matter where you're at. There could be an opportunity where you would need one to save somebody's life or save your own life. The cat tourniquet was designed to be used by anybody, anywhere. It is the most used tourniquet in the world. Like I said, there's no excuse not to have one. As high as I can, hook in, and bring the buckle to the outside, right? And if you don't know how to properly use one, then you're not setting yourself up for success. And you know, a tourniquet can either take your life or it can save your life. And I feel like that's something that everybody should have on them, you know, every day, regardless of where they're at or what they're doing.
I've really had an incredible time here because everyone is so different, but we all share this love of being in the backcountry and experiencing the outdoors.
It's been really good. Just the caliber of people that are a part of this event are like top notch. Everybody's an expert in what they do.
What I liked about the Traction Series Backcountry Summit is, I mean, first off, the food was just absolutely amazing. I mean, I'd never had heart before or tongue, and ended up eating both of them off of a campfire.
Yeah, just a good medley of some local, a lot of meats, and some organs. And then I made a huckleberry kind of demi-glace, so it's kind of some bone broth reduced down with huckleberries in it, and will be good on any of the meats. Good with the tri-tip, which is local. Pretty much everything here is all local, as much as I could get.
So this is day 3 at the Backcountry Summit. We've got a beautiful camp that we're starting to break down. We're getting ready to go hit the range. We've had a great couple days. We had a very good hike coming up, about 1,000, 1,500 feet elevation gain. So from folks like myself coming from sea level out here, you know, kind of puts us to the test a little bit, but really good time. Great group of people. The food was phenomenal. I'm looking forward to hitting the range here in a few minutes.
We're doing a demo and shooting evolution of ethical hunting, working with people and their positioning behind the rifle, working on their understanding of elevation adjustments, wind calls, and learning how to read wind, read the terrain, and manipulate the firearm properly. So we'll be coaching you through each station. We've got 3 stations set up. I will run through the course of fire with you guys after we go over the familiarization classes, kind of show you what it's to look like. But the number one thing is safety, okay? If anybody sees anything that looks unsafe, muzzle awareness, trigger control, making sure everything's right, call them out. We're all adults here, we can handle that. But we all want to go home with the same amount of holes we showed up with, right? With both rifles, 3 different types of rifles, and we did a lot of pistol stuff as well, learning about bear defense and how to properly defeat your gear to get to your firearm and engage a threat if needed.
Got a chance to meet some really interesting and passionate people, and of course the training. The whole Backcountry Summit, it was really good about coming out here and the camaraderie, meeting the people, having listened to their stories. Obviously that can be done anywhere, but having the scenery and the view, the amazing food that you guys prepared, fantastic.
It has been absolutely incredible. There's some people in camp who I've known for a long, long time. There's other people I'm just meeting for the first time. The coolest part about this is that we're all out here in the backcountry, experiencing things, learning things, we're getting product demos, and it has been so incredible just to have time out here in such a beautiful, gorgeous place with like-minded people, all of us here for the same purpose.
I really enjoyed my time out here and getting to meet everybody because they had a wealth of knowledge on different genres of this entire outdoor industry, and just getting to meet people that I've known about for a while and actually getting to meet them face to face was really cool. Some really interesting individuals out here this weekend.
I've really enjoyed getting a lot of the product demos. For example, we were just shooting pistols, which I definitely need some training on that. We're using Winchester ammunition. They were in camp with us, so we actually learned a lot about what they have to offer. Yesterday we did a hike. Laura Zara led the hike. She has a show on Carbon TV, and we all learned survival stuff. We learned what plants we can eat, what to stay away from, kind of a lot about just the ecosystem here in Montana where we're at right now. A lot of the other products in camp, some of them are just coming out, they're just hitting the market. Others have been around for a while, but getting that in-depth knowledge of all of these different brands and products that we will actually be using in the field has been invaluable.
We came up with the idea for the Tread Agency Traction Series about 8 months ago while we were at a different convention under the fluorescent lights in a convention center. And it just sort of dawned on us that to be in a fluorescent lit building talking about the great outdoors feels a little awkward. And we thought, what if we actually could get all these content creators and media and product innovators and influencers together outside, showing their products being used in the environment for which they were designed, creating relationships, having meaningful conversations, building friendships and contacts. That was the whole point of this entire exercise. And I just want to thank the Montana Department of Commerce for supporting this event, for supporting our agency. It's been a really great experience so far, and it really shows that they're willing to invest in the growth of the economy and of businesses large and small in their state.